Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So a few of you guys have requested that I do like this Chanel leboy review in English. Um, Hi Leslie and Rifat, if you're watching, thanks for leaving the comments on my previous video, and here I am doing this Chanel leboy review in English so that you can better understand what I'm talking about and also like the detailed review I'm going to do right now. So as you all know, like I got this, well, if you watch my first YouTube video, which is my Chanel bag collection, if you haven't watched it, I'll link it here on the top right. But pretty much like this Chanel Le Boy is my second Chanel handbag that I got for like my, like a switching job gift pretty much. So I finally passed all the interviews and got into my dream company, which is an internet company here in the Silicon Valley. And then I rewarded myself with this amazing, amazing leboy bag. To be honest with you, I wasn't a fan of the leboy design in the beginning. I was more like leaning towards like the Chanel classic flap that I got in the first place. I also have it right here, so you can kind of see the comparison here. But because I got it in the quilted color, the quilted design, and then also like a dark blue color, so I was wondering maybe for my second Chanel bag, I can get in a lighter color and then also in a different design. So I was shopping around. I visited a couple stores in Hong Kong and also in the States, and then finally laid my eye on this bag. This is the 2018 cruise collection. So I know like besides this the pearly, I think it's pearly white color. It's not like snow white, or like very pale white color, but it's just like a pearly white color, maybe with like a little bit gray undertone, which I really like. So I was debating between this one and then also like there's another one in yellow. Like yellow is like a very popular color in 2018, and then so I was debating really hard between those two, but eventually I selected this one just because I think it just goes well with all the outfits that I have, because white is such a neutral color, and then the yellow can be a little bit tricky in order to like match your outfit depending on like what other color that you're wearing of that day. So in today's video, I'm going to kind of share my review of this bag, and then also like to kind of like share my experience of like wearing this bag, the wear and tear. Because especially for lighter color bags, I know like people are wondering like whether there's any color transfer issues, or whether it can get very dirty easily. So I'm just going to answer all these questions in this video, and then after that I'm going to do what fits inside review, and then to show you with all my daily essentials of like how much can fit into this Chanel Le Boy. So let's get started. Alrighty, so this Chanel Le Boy, as you can see, it's in caviar leather with aged gold hardware. And then so I really like this combination because first of all, it's a lighter color. It's pearly white. So having this bag in caviar leather instead of like lambskin definitely helps with kind of like maintaining its shape and also like avoid getting dirty very easily. Because I think they did some like I don't know, like special treatment on the leather. That's how I feel. Like it's super smooth, and then there's one kind of like very smooth layer. If you can see on the camera, like here over like the leather. So although like it's grained calf skin, so it's like caviar leather, and then so I think it's pretty durable, and also I've been wearing it like for a couple, well, maybe a dozen times already or more than that. And then I wear it with jeans, with dark color pants, or with shorts like of all colors, because I usually I love to like wear colorful shorts or pants, if that makes sense. So but I've never had any concerns or color transfer issues. It's just simply because it's in caviar leather, and then I don't think this can get dirty pretty easily. And then I've taken this bag to dinner, for example, to barbecues, and then to hot pots, to places where can be a little bit dirty. But I think this for the past like maybe a year and a half so far, I think this bag is doing pretty well, which impressed me a lot. A lot. So if you're worried about like color transfer, or you don't want to baby like a light color Chanel bag, definitely go for the caviar leather, because it will just like give you a peace of mind, if that makes sense. And in terms of the hardware, as I just mentioned, this is aged gold hardware. I also like that it is aged gold hardware instead of like the shining gold hardware. It's because you can see like there are a lot of like metal in this bag, so it can get scratched quite easily. So for example, so if you're wearing it and then you might like bump into some stuff or like bump into the wall, that which happens, right? So if you have like something like a aged gold hardware or like a aged silver hardware, I think it's pretty carefree, just because it has that like you know, like that aging part of it already, so you don't need to worry about it getting scratches, because it already comes with some kind of like color like fading away or like scratches. I think that's how they design it. So again, like having the hardware in aged gold, I think that's perfect, because even more carefree for me. But I do want to point out that the chain is very heavy. I think I showed it in my last video in Chinese, but so for example, if I were to drop the chain right now, you can hear the sound really loud. See? This is how heavy it is. But because like my Chanel leboy is in the small size, I think that helps a lot. I've tried my friend's Chanel leboys in the medium, whether it's like the old medium or the new medium size. I know there are even like some large size Chanel leboys, but like those bags are super heavy, at least for me. So I couldn't imagine like wearing those bags. It has some weight to it already, being empty. So imagine like once you put in your like daily essential, your phone inside, how heavy it can be. But luckily, I think in addition to like the metals here, they also the design of the leboy has like this leather strap, leather parts attached to like the metal chain, so which helps to save your shoulders from the pain, because this can be really heavy if you fit a lot inside of this bag. I do know like they also have a even smaller size. I think it's called like the leboy mini. I saw that size also in the store, in the Chanel store in Hong Kong, and then but I tried to fit in my phone, it couldn't fit inside of that bag. So back then I was like, if it cannot fit the phone, like why would I get like this bag? But I you know, if you watch my channel, you know I also got like a Chanel round clutch, which doesn't fit my phone at all. So sometimes I think you would just change your mind. I think it's just because like Chanel, they have so many pretty designs, so you can get brainwashed quite easily, I guess. Alrighty, so we talked about the leather, we talked about the color, and then we talked about like the weight of this bag. Now I'm going to show you like how much stuff I can fit into this Chanel leboy. Okay, so this this bag opens like so. So you just like squeeze both sides here, and then it just opens like this. Inside of this bag, there's only one big compartment, but you do have like this smaller compartment where you can fit your credit card or like some of like the authenticity card inside of this compartment. And then within like inside of this leboy, like I think it's just like worth mentioning, it's not leather. So I'm not sure, like I know some people, like if they're deciding what to get for their first Chanel bag, they would prefer to have the whole bag in leather. So if that's like an issue for you, like rethink about it before you get the leboy. But like the outside is all leather, and I really love like like feeling it. It's so smooth and so comfortable. All right. Okay. So let's see what we can fit inside. Oh, before we try to fit this bag, I want to show you like another bag that I saw when I was traveling in Thailand. So I went to Macau for Christmas last year, and then I saw this gorgeous green Chanel leboy bag. Also in the small size, and then this is like in the quilted pattern, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so pretty. But because I've already have this bag and then I've been loving it so much, I think it doesn't make sense for me to get two Chanel bag, two small leboy in 1 year. So I had to say goodbye to this, and then I gave up on this bag. But like from time to time, I would still like go back to this picture and then like to admire this bag. It's just like so pretty. All right. Okay, so obviously the leboy can fit in my iPhone Plus. And then I usually carry my Chanel card holder when I go out. So it can fit in very easily. And then next, what I'm trying to fit in is the Earpods, just in case I need to listen to some music or like make a phone call and I want to be hands-free. I cannot live without like my lip balm. So this can also fit pretty comfortably inside. And then I have my Chanel lipstick. This is number 97. I think this is a very daily color that you can apply on your lips. So I wear this every day when I go to work. I really like this color. So you can also put this quite comfortably inside this bag. And now you can see like this, the leboy in small size, it's pretty much full with all the daily essentials that I need to carry. Some people are wondering like whether we can fit in maybe like sunglasses or like a sunscreen, since now it's like summertime already. But I don't think so. We can try. So this is like my sunglasses. Oh, it actually fits. You can actually lay it on top of the other stuff that it just fit inside. Let's see whether we can close it. Yay! Okay, so I guess like I can fit all my daily essentials, including my sunscreen. Oh, sorry, including my sunglasses. But I don't think I have space for my sunscreen though. But the thing is, like after you fill in all this stuff, it's getting very heavy. And then as you can see, like from the side, there's some space here on top, because like the shape of the top is kind of like a U shape, leaving some space inside. So maybe like if you want to even like fitting like a pack of tissue or something like that, I think you can also do that. But anyways, I think the reason why I chose this color and the boy design is just because I think the boy style is usually pretty casual, like a boyish kind of like vibe or feeling. And the pearly white color, it's just like, it's very feminine, and then it's very like girly. So it's like a mix, or like a combination of like feminine and also like being very cool and casual. So I hope that makes sense. And this is typically how I store my bag. I just let the metal part of the chain like just like drop like this, like so. I don't usually like store it in the box, simply because this is how I put store it on my shelf, my bag shelf. Just because every time when I walk past by my bag shelf, I can have like this is the eye candy for me. I think every time I walk by, I'll just like see how pretty it is, and then just like be very happy, you know. I think there's a saying in Chinese saying that bags for girls can heal anything. So whenever you're like feeling upset or you kind of like you're going through something like really difficult, sometimes like purchasing like a good quality handbag or just like staring at your collection right now, it can just make you happy or like make you forget about all those like sad stuff. So that's why I don't usually put it in the dust bag or I don't store it in the box. I just display it like this. Alrighty, that's all for today's video. I hope you enjoy this. I know it's kind of like it's chatty. And okay, one more thing I want to mention is some little history about the leboy bag, because I saw it online and I found it very romantic. So this boy bag was actually introduced in 2010 by Chanel, and then the boy is actually named after one of Chanel's lover. I think his middle name has boy in it, so that's why this is like this boy bag represents the romantic relationship between Coco Chanel and her lover. So I was like, every time when I read the stories like this, I was just like, okay, so this bag actually has some meaning behind it, and then which make me even more happy. So that's all. Thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I'm going to do more reviews, maybe comparison videos between like the Chanel Mini and also my small leboy. So I hope you enjoy this. I will see you guys next time. Bye.